Hello, Ayurveda Everyday with Talia. This is Talia, and I have a new name for my weekly Facebook Live. I'm calling it the Vitality Sessions. At least I think that's what I'm calling it. So here is Vitality Session number 1, where I want to talk to you about how much water is enough. So how much water should you be drinking every day? I'm obsessed with hydration, and if you ever decide to jump into one of my rad cleanse programs, we've got the summer cleanse starting on Monday, July 1st, 2019. So I'll talk about that at the end. But if you've ever taken actually that course or any online course with me, you will get a sense of how obsessed I am with hydration. And the reason why is studying Ayurveda for as long as I have, I've been practicing and studying for 18 years. I started in my late 20s and now I'm in my mid 40s. And I have been through a lot of changes, hormonally, energy wise, kind of just elasticity wise, as we all do as we age. And I want to say it was 4 or 5 years ago. I'm a very ambitious person. I'm a yes person. So I want to do everything. I want to go to every country. I want to experience everything there is to experience as a human being. That's the kind of person I am. And I have a lot of energy. So I can really overdo it. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I was in a relationship that didn't work out. And it was almost like the last straw of just that relationship ending. And it ended in a really crappy way. And I just was down on my knees, I had never felt so depleted. And even though I could trace it back to emotional depletion, not just physical depletion, the depletion was totally real. And it was very much adrenal burnout, which I know some of you have experienced. A lot of you don't want to experience it. And if you've ever been there, you never want to go there again because you are just exhausted all the time. You have no energy. You feel depressed, anxious, listless. And it's kind of like, why am I even here? What am I doing? So at that point, I'm very fortunate because I practice Ayurveda and I'm so committed. So it was kind of in the springtime of that year that I went to see my teacher and I said, you know what, I'm not doing good and I've totally burned myself out. What do I do? And we spent 3 days just 100% focused on nourishment, rest, and hydration. And as a result of that experience, I now really see that hydration is not just water, it is nourishment and it is rest. Because I'm telling you, for weeks I was dragging, and in 3 days I was restored like a flower that hadn't been watered in a long time, and so it was starting to wilt and hang towards the soil, like close to dying, and then just getting what I needed and literally coming back to life, all of my petals open and bright and shining and colorful and facing the sun again. So I've seen it in my own life, and then I've seen it in my clients when we focus on hydration, and I use the word nourishment to describe hydration as our number one focus. So how much water is enough is just part of the question of hydration. So I will continue to speak to this in the vitality sessions. I'm getting to that. What kind of water do I recommend? I'll get to that too. Thanks. But a great place to start is make sure that you're drinking as much water as half of your weight in water, at least. So I don't know how much I weigh because it makes me neurotic about my weight, but I think I weigh around 120 pounds. So for me, the absolute minimum of water, and I mean true water, not tea, not juice, not coffee or any other kind of adaptogen, anything like that. I mean true water. I'm going for a minimum of 60 ounces a day. And then anything that I do to hydrate myself on top of that is bonus. So that would be my adaptogenic drink that I love to have most mornings, maca or rasa coffee, something like that. That doesn't include hydrating vegetable juices, like I'll do celery juice some mornings. I love to go to this one juice place over the hill from where I live, and I love how hydrating fresh vegetable juices are, but those aren't counting to my 60 ounces a day of water. And I have found that it really works best, because I'm sure, like me, you are very busy, is to find a couple of water vessels that you can fill up every morning, and you've just got them. Like, these are my water vessels that I'm going to use, and I'm going to make sure I finish this before the end of my day. So I've got one of those really big, I don't know how big that is. I want to say it's a 32 ounce clean canteen bottle. I've got that. Then I've got a 24 ounce copper water bottle. And then I've got a couple of glass water bottles that I keep in my car and next to my bed. So I know if I fill all of those up in the morning and I commit to drinking them by the end of the day, I did it. I accomplished my water goal. So that's what I encourage you to do, especially since we have just dove into the first days of summer. And I know here in Santa Cruz, it's like first day of summer, the sun actually came out for the first time in months, pretty much. And it may be that way for you too, because the weather's been really strange all over the planet. But half your body weight. Now, if water on its own is kind of challenging for you to drink, like it's too boring, you're cold, and so you don't feel thirsty, you don't sweat enough, and so you're not relating to your thirst as much as you would if you on the days that you do sweat. Here are a few tips for what you can put into your water that still has it be true water intake for your body, but gives you a little bit more. So if you need to alter the taste, I highly recommend adding Soleil. Soleil is a saltwater concentrate that, if you have joined my email list by going to taliaskitchen.com and grabbing the freebie on my website, which is the Ayurveda Starter's Guide, you will have the recipe for Soleil. If you're in my Facebook group, Ayurveda Every Day with Talia, and you go into the file section, you will have the recipe for Soleil. It's a saltwater concentrate that you use only super high quality salt to make, like Celtic sea salt or fleur de sel or Atlantic gray salt, a really high mineral, super high quality salt. You let it ferment in the water for a minimum of 24 hours, all the way up to 72 hours, but truly one day is enough. And then it's a concentrate, so you don't drink the Soleil, but you add that concentrate, couple teaspoons, a tablespoon, to your water, and then you drink that water. And it just, if you're thirsty on a deeper level, it will feel so thirst quenching. In fact, it might even awaken your thirst because you didn't even know how thirsty you were. So many of us are dehydrated, and we are made up of 70% water. So we really need to replenish. And I'll tell you that the way that we lose water is not only from sweating, it's from not getting enough sleep, it's from having a stressful job, it's from having a stressful life, it's from working a lot, it's from being on your computer screen a lot, from answering multiple messages from all different types of, all the different ways that we can be communicating with people. All of that requires your body to use your water resource as energy. So it's really important that we replenish that. And when you add something like Soleil, which is a super cheap, easy electrolyte, you are getting so much more than just water. So it actually, water follows salt. So in this case, it will help you absorb and assimilate your water better than water on its own. And the way that you know how much Soleil you need is by how it tastes, because salt is always to taste. So if it tastes super salty, it's too much. And if it's doesn't taste salty at all, it means that your body is depleted of electrolytes and it needs a little bit more. So you can totally gauge how much you need by how it tastes, which is really easy. Now, Soleil and most electrolytes, most active things that you could add to water, like lemon and stuff like that, but salt especially, it will react with stainless steel. So I have my stainless steel clean canteen bottle, which is helping me to navigate through drinking all the water I want to drink every day. But I never put Soleil in that bottle because the metal will make the Soleil transform back into table salt, and I don't want that. So I pour water from my stainless steel container into a glass container or a ceramic container, and then I add Soleil. And then a couple other things that you can add to water that are also very helpful for deepening your hydration on a cellular level is adding a tablespoon of chia seeds or a tablespoon of flax seeds to your water. And I'm talking about whole seeds. Now, chia seeds are a blood thinner, so keep that in mind in case you're on blood thinning medication. Flax seeds are a little bit more warming to the body, so if you run cold or cool, then flax seeds might be a better choice for you. But when those little tiny essential fatty acid rich seeds are immersed in water, the essential fatty acids actually they permeate into the water. So you're not only getting electrolytes from those seeds, you're also getting these trace essential fatty acids that feed the mucosal lining of your digestive tract, that feed your skin, your joints, your brain, your heart. Totally amazing. So you can add those kinds of things to your water to keep it interesting and to, I like to say, to supercharge the effect your water has on your body. So somebody asked what type of water I recommend. I recommend really good quality, what's it called? I can't think of the word. Not distilled. Filtered water. Just, putting it through some kind of filtration system, like a Niken water filter system that goes through a sponge and then a bunch of rocks and charcoal and something like that. There's so many amazing water filtration systems that you can hook up to your sink or keep in your kitchen, even in your bathroom. I have one on a Niken one on my shower as well. But I don't recommend that you drink distilled water. Distilled water is it's so cleansed of minerals. We need minerals. So drink filtered water, but not distilled water. That's my 2 cents. I'm not the water expert on that level. But if you want to learn more about hydration and specifically how dehydration can set you up to digest your food better and optimize your nourishment and your nutrition, I invite you to check out my Rad Cleanse Summer Reset. It's starting on Monday, July 1st, and we just dive so deep into not only hydration for the summer months, but also your food and your nutrition, how that matches up with the summer season. So it's really a seasonal eating program that includes a 14-day cleanse, which you can do for 7 days, you can do for 21 days. It's so flexible and customizable. But if you want to check that out, you go to taliaskitchen.com/rad-cleanse-summer. And I'll post that link in the show notes of this video. But that's coming up, and we've got $100 off for you if you decide you want to join. So it's an amazing program. I'll talk about it a little bit more in the next few days. I'll do some pop-up Facebook Lives in our group. But that's it for today. So how much water is enough? At least half your body weight. And review this video, take notes so that you can really see how you can enhance the water, make it more exciting and more absorbable in the long run, improving your digestion, which is at the root of health when it comes to Ayurveda. So Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm here every Thursday at noon Pacific time and the occasional pop-up as well. All right, thanks so much. See you soon.